Hi, I'm Mac McCarthy and I help people with their breakups. And in this particular episode, I want to talk about 10 questions to ponder when you break up with your ex and you're going through it. And a lot of the letters I get and a lot of the stories are wanting your ex back. I would say 60-70%, or knowing why. And what happens a lot is we are focused, and I've been there. So I just did a story, and after I did the story or reviewed the story, I felt a little bit bad because uh, this guy keeps asking the same question over and over again, looking for a different answer. And I remember I was that person in a breakup to myself. And you almost become, like I said, obsessed. I said this in the past video, but you can't really see it. You're just looking for a different answer. You keep reshaping the question. And basically it comes down to like, would she come back if I did this? Would she come back if I did that? Does she know that how much I love her and care about her? Does she know how much I want her back? How sorry I am for XYZ? And you stop thinking about, what should I do? Which I have full control over, my actions. Because your ex, whatever's going on with them, they're changing, they're moved away, they have a drug or alcohol problem, they lost love for you. You don't have control over that. They do. And that's a really hard pill to swallow, but you do have control over your actions. And the fact that a lot of times people, they want to get that control back where they were in the relationship, and at some point maybe they had a little bit of control over their partner, or they had some say, and now their partner doesn't listen to them or have any interest in listening to them. And that's when things drift. So what I want to talk about is 10 questions to ponder. And the 10 questions to ponder, these are important. I have them in a PDF. If you want to contact me at writemac.com, I can send you the PDF. And I would print it out and probably write it by hand, or you could type it in, or you could just listen to what I'm going to say right now and answer the questions for yourself. But these are really good questions, and these are all questions for yourself. These are not questions for getting your ex back in a week or a month. We have what's going on a lot of times, and one of the reasons why I started this channel and helping people out with breakups is there's so much stuff out there, and try anything you want. But get your ex back in 10 days with these 3 texts. This, to me, it's a bunch of bullshit they're selling you. Could it work? Yeah. Is it a good route to go? No. No. Being in a breakup's an opportunity to grow. You don't want to hear that, but it is. It's an opportunity. Because a lot of people go, oh, I know what I did wrong now. But you don't know until the breakup ended. So and being wrong or failing at something or something not working, you just go, okay, next time that's not going to happen. All right, so 10 questions to ponder. Why did you break up? Now, when I write this in the PDF, keep this as short and concise as possible. You don't have to go into detail. And some people, oh, well, that's what's this. If you want to write me your story, that's when you can go into a little more detail. But you want to just be short and concise. For example, she was a bad alcoholic, and the last 3 months have been really rough, and I caught her cheating once. That's the reason. Or it could just be she's been a bad alcoholic for 6 months. I can't deal with it anymore. That's the real problem. Not all the other backstories. That's the real problem. Try to keep that really short and concise, your reason. Next, what are some things that you will not miss about this relationship? Now, we're so focused on what we miss that we forget that there are some things about your ex that you didn't like. And they could be small, and you could be funny about this, okay? Like I wrote an example, she had bad breath. She always nagged me about cleaning the yard. One guy wrote, because I send this PDF out sometimes to people I'm working with, and I tell them to answer these questions. And one guy said she had small boobs, right? And he's like, I'm sorry to be honest. But yeah, just be honest. Just, another one. She got flirtatious with friends when she was drunk. Really bothered this guy. So just remind yourself that she wasn't perfect, or he wasn't perfect if this was, So that's a really good one, just to realize you aren't dealing with a perfect individual. Number 3, who are you as an individual? Simply put, I am a teacher, I am a father, I am a computer programmer, I'm a writer. I am statements are who you are, it's your identity. And you just got to get in touch with that. As it's a simple question, but it gets back to you, who you are. What can I consider doing now that I've broken up that wasn't an option when I was in my relationship? This to me is one of the most important questions, and why. This really could push you in a direction of change and a new purpose. Because right now, a lot of my letters coming in, a lot of these stories, your purpose is getting your ex back, and that's exactly the wrong way to go. Your purpose should be something that you have control over, something that you can put effort in, something that you can measure. So example, I can move to Hawaii. I've always wanted to go there, and my wife never wanted to leave our hometown because her mother lived nearby. That would be an example of something you couldn't do when you were with your ex that you now is possible. Okay, oh, I couldn't move to Hawaii, right? Yeah, but if you saved up for 6 months or a year, you can pack your bags and go there. Number 5, what are 5 things you want to accomplish in the next 5 years? Example, get my master's degree, buy a home, start a new business, own a gym, and dream a little bit on this. Don't limit yourself. There should be 1 or 2 things at least in the next 5 years you want to achieve. Get a little excited about it. And if it's, get a master's degree in what? Where do you want to go to school? And if you had to move away, or it's really hard to get into that school, what do you have to do? There's always ways. There's always ways to look at it. 6, how are you growing as an individual? Think about what you are getting better at. What do you practice or give your time to? So, for example, if you really love surfing, or you're an artist, I've even had one guy that plays video games quite a bit. If that's your thing, that's your thing. It's something you get better at and you spend a lot of time doing. And that's probably going to, coincide with what you can consider doing now that you've broken up that wasn't an option. So if you really like to surf, for example, maybe you want to move to a new city or town that has better surf that you've always wanted to be near. Okay? Number 7, what are 5 things or people in your life that you are thankful for and why? What's funny is like a lot of people say their family, friends, and a lot of people go, and I was thankful for my ex because she was the greatest. You can still be grateful for the time you had if you're broken up. I know looking back, I wouldn't have been able to say this, to be quite honest, when I first broke up, but now 8 or 9 years later, whatever it is, I'm thankful. We had a really good relationship. She was really good to me. And I'm thankful for that time because I've heard other people that have been in 5-6 year relationships where it was a battle. But it should be something that you're thankful in the present. It could be as small as, having a roof over your head, breathing clean air, living near the beach. I don't know. There's all kinds of things to be thankful for. What do you do well? So this can be something really small. What do you do well? Sometimes someone said, oh, well, this is kind of similar to what I do often, but not really. It's like, example, a simple thing like I make really good barbecue sauce and wings. Everyone always compliments me on that. Write down a couple of things that you really do well. Ask yourself this: are you in a solution mindset or a problem mindset? If it's a problem mindset, do you want to change to a solution mindset? So I had an individual recently say he didn't understand this question. It's simple. When you have a problem, are you looking for answers, or are you talking about the problem again and again, asking the same questions? I find a lot of people, especially when they're stuck out of their breakup, they are making an effort on a solution base by sending me their story, but they're asking the same questions over and over again and getting the same answers. Solution mindset means you're looking for answers, okay? And right now, the answers you should be looking for are how do I move on? How do I get healthier? How do I improve myself? That's what I have control over. Those are the questions you got to ask. Number 10, what's one simple thing you could do to make your day better? What's one simple thing you could do to make your week better? Simple things to make your week better. Go for a bike ride on Friday evening. I don't know. Save up for this week's ball game and go with a buddy to see the baseball game. Whatever it is. Make a plan in your head like that would be really nice. If I just did this one thing this week or this one thing this day. Now, these are kind of some simple questions, but sometimes you got to start with simple questions. If you're interested in getting this PDF from me, please visit writemac.com, or you can email me at coachmacmccarthy.com, and I'll send it to you. And if you want, we can review it together, some of your answers. But I think that this just unpacks some of your individual qualities, some of the things that are going on internally. And what I'm really hoping, is you find a new purpose outside of just getting your ex back. Because that's what's really going to help you get through this. And right now that you're in a breakup, you have some extra time on your hands to devote to other aspects of your life, to other things that you can improve. And if your ex was to come back, you want them to come back when you're at your best, when you're, working towards a goal. So I think these questions are really, really important to look at. Like I said, the one that I would actually really highlight is number 4. What can I consider doing now that I've broken up that wasn't an option when I was in my relationship? Why? I think that if you really look at that, there's something there, and that was a real big turning point. This question, I'll talk about it in another video when I get into my story more in depth. But to answer this question, and then kind of go, wow, I can do that now, and let that kind of transpire. Get yourself, almost in a little bit of a daydream base, like, wow, I could actually just move to Hawaii tomorrow. That wasn't an option when we were together. Something like that. Something that excites you. Hope that helps, and please visit writemac.com and send me your story if you're in need of some breakup advice. If not, that's okay too.